Did you know that drivers over 70 are involved in more fatal collisions per kilometer than any other age group? Even teens. And starting in 2026, Canada is changing the game for senior drivers. These aren't minor updates. They're some of the strictest driving laws the country has ever seen, and they specifically target older drivers. Whether you're 70, 75, or older, what used to be a simple license renewal might now lead to a suspension, restriction, or worse, permanent loss of driving privileges. Why is this happening? Government agencies are acting on new studies that link age-related decline in vision, reaction time, and cognitive ability with higher accident risks. But here's the twist. Not every senior is affected equally. Some drivers will be forced into retesting and monitoring, while others may be completely banned from highways, even if they've never had an accident. So what are the 10 harsh new laws coming in 2026? And more importantly, how can you or your loved ones avoid getting caught off guard? Stay with us. What you learn in the next few minutes could save your license, or even your life. Number 1. Yearly medical exams will be mandatory for seniors over 75. Imagine this. You've been driving safely for decades, never had a major accident, always followed the rules. But once you hit 75, the government no longer cares about your clean record. Starting in 2026, Canadian seniors will be required to undergo annual medical exams just to keep their driver's license. This isn't just a casual checkup. We're talking about in-depth assessments that look at your vision, heart health, reaction time, and even signs of early cognitive decline. According to Transport Canada, age-related changes can begin gradually, but even minor delays in reaction or peripheral vision can drastically affect driving safety. These yearly exams aim to identify those changes before they lead to an accident. But here's the kicker. If your doctor isn't fully convinced you're fit to drive, your license can be suspended on the spot. Think it won't happen to you? Many seniors feel completely fine until they fail the test. The process is non-negotiable. No medical proof, no license. This means it's more important than ever to schedule regular checkups even before you turn 75. Keep track of medications, maintain a healthy lifestyle, and talk to your doctor proactively. Being prepared is no longer just a good idea. It's a survival strategy. We put a ton of time into researching these important topics to protect people like you. So if you found this helpful, please hit that subscribe button. It's just one click, but it means the world to us. And let us know in the comments, do you think these rules are fair, or are seniors being unfairly targeted? We're reading every reply. Number 2. Stricter vision test standards will disqualify thousands. You may not notice it day to day, but as we age, our vision subtly changes, and sometimes those tiny changes could cost you your license. In 2026, Canada is introducing stricter visual acuity standards for senior drivers. That means the standard eye test during a license renewal is no longer a quick glance at a chart. It's becoming a serious evaluation that could lead to automatic disqualification. Authorities now recognize that many seniors suffer from untreated cataracts, glaucoma, or macular degeneration, often without realizing how much it's affecting their driving. These conditions reduce depth perception, night vision, and peripheral awareness, all of which increase crash risks. A 2023 study from the Canadian Ophthalmological Society found that nearly 1 in 3 drivers over 70 had vision impairments that would not pass under the new standards. The consequences? Fail the test and your license won't be renewed. In some provinces, drivers may be referred for specialist testing or eye surgery before getting another chance. This can mean months off the road, affecting everything from grocery shopping to medical appointments. But here's what you can do. Don't wait for the government to tell you your eyesight is slipping. Schedule regular eye exams with a qualified optometrist, ideally every 12 to 18 months, and ask about issues that may affect night or peripheral vision. If glasses or corrective procedures are recommended, take action immediately. Staying ahead of this one issue could be the single most important thing you do to keep your freedom on the road. This video took weeks of research to bring you the facts that matter. So if you're still watching, give us a little boost. Just click subscribe. It's free and it helps us keep going. And drop a comment. Have you noticed changes in your vision lately? Or do you think the new rules are too extreme? Let's talk below. Number 3. Your car might be watching you. What if your car started keeping score on how you drive, and then sent that report to the government or your insurance company? Sounds like science fiction, right? But starting in 2026, some Canadian provinces are exploring the use of telematics systems, especially for senior drivers, as part of their license renewal process. Telematics is basically a black box for your car. It tracks how fast you drive, how hard you brake, how sharply you turn, and even what time of day you're on the road. Insurance companies already use it for risk-based pricing, but now government agencies want in. Pilot programs in Ontario and British Columbia have tested this with seniors, and the results are raising eyebrows. In some cases, drivers were flagged for simply driving cautiously, too slowly on highways, or hesitating too long at intersections. The troubling part, this data could soon be used to justify license restrictions or even suspensions, especially if you're seen as a high-risk driver. And here's the catch. Many seniors don't even realize their newer vehicles already have telematics capabilities built in. That little tracking system could be silently collecting your driving habits without your knowledge. But there is good news. If you stay informed and adjust your habits now, you can stay well within safe driving profiles. Avoid hard stops, limit night driving, and be mindful of your surroundings. Awareness is your best defense in a future where even your car might be keeping tabs on you. We dig deep to uncover hidden truths like this, so if this helped you, give back with just one click. Hit that subscribe button and help us grow. Ever heard of telematics before today? Would you be okay with your car tracking your every move? Let's discuss in the comments. Number 4. License renewals every 2 years. If you're approaching 80 and thinking your next license renewal is just routine, think again. As of 2026, Canada will be cutting renewal periods in half for senior drivers aged 80 and above. Instead of renewing every 5 years like before, you'll now need to reapply every 2 years, with stricter testing and more paperwork involved. Why the change? Officials argue it's about road safety and accountability. Data from Transport Canada shows that even experienced drivers can undergo significant physical and cognitive changes within short timeframes. These more frequent renewals are designed to catch early warning signs, such as slower reflexes or lapses in judgment before they result in collisions. But for many seniors, the process can feel like a constant uphill battle, especially with longer wait times, more forms, and rising test anxiety. More frequent renewals also mean more chances to fail vision tests, medical checks, or knowledge exams. If you're not ready, you could be facing a temporary suspension or worse, a permanent revocation of your license. That could mean losing access to independence, freedom, and daily essentials. So what can you do? First, mark your calendar well in advance of your renewal date. Second, take advantage of free online practice tests provided by your province. And finally, don't wait until the last minute. Being proactive is your best shield against sudden surprises. We work hard to give you not just news, but knowledge that protects your freedom. If this helped, hit that subscribe button. It's fast, free, and fuels more life-saving content. Do you think 2-year renewals are smart safety or government overreach? Share your honest take in the comments. Let's get the conversation going. Number 5. New cognitive tests could catch you off guard. You may feel sharp, you may never forget a birthday or misplace your keys, but starting in 2026, that might not be enough to keep your driver's license. Canada is rolling out enhanced cognitive testing for senior drivers, particularly those over 80, and failing could mean an instant suspension of your driving privileges. These aren't random quizzes. They're designed to detect early signs of dementia, slow decision-making, and reduce spatial awareness. Officials are responding to studies showing that cognitive decline, even when mild, can impair driving in ways that increase accident risk. For example, taking too long to process a left turn, hesitating at intersections, or reacting slowly to sudden hazards can all lead to dangerous situations. These tests aim to catch those issues before they show up on the road. But here's what most seniors don't realize. These assessments may include drawing tasks, memory recall, pattern recognition, and even virtual driving simulations. They can feel intimidating, especially if you've never seen them before. And one bad day, lack of sleep, stress, or illness could unfairly impact your results. So what's the solution? Start training your brain now. Read regularly, play strategy games, solve puzzles, and stay socially active. There are also free apps and programs specifically designed to boost cognitive function in older adults. Treat your mind like your muscles. The more you use it, the stronger it stays. If this video gave you an aha moment, help us keep creating more by subscribing. It takes just one click, and it powers this channel forward. Comment below. Have you ever taken a cognitive test? Or are you nervous about it? Drop a comment and share your thoughts. Your story could help someone else feel prepared. Number 6. New restrictions on where you've driven the same streets for years. You know the route to your local grocery store, doctor's office, and your grandkids' school like the back of your hand. But in 2026, that freedom could shrink dramatically. Canadian provinces are set to introduce time-based and location-based driving restrictions for seniors considered at risk, even if they've never had an accident. This means you might be told no driving after sunset, no highways, no heavy traffic zones. And while this might sound like an isolated case, it's not. These kinds of limitations have already been quietly implemented in certain regions as part of conditional licensing. Now, the plan is to expand them across the country, targeting older drivers with medical flags, poor test results, or even minor infractions. The intent, according to government reports, is to minimize accidents during high-risk periods, especially at night, in poor weather or on fast-moving roads. But for many seniors, this could mean being trapped at home after 5 p.m. or losing the ability to visit family in other towns. It's not just inconvenient, it can feel like a loss of independence. What can you do? First, stay in top shape mentally, physically, and medically so you're not flagged in the first place. Second, consider logging your own driving patterns now. How often you drive, where you go, and under what conditions. If you're ever challenged, you'll have proof of your responsible habits. We pour hours into uncovering the hidden rules that affect your daily life. So if you're still with us, give us that one powerful click and subscribe. It means a lot. Do you think these restrictions are helpful or harmful? Would you accept being told when and where you can drive? Let us know in the comments. Number 7. Insurance premiums are about to skyrocket for seniors. For decades, you may have enjoyed stable, affordable auto insurance thanks to a clean driving record and years of experience. But in 2026, all that could change, even if you've never had a single accident. Across Canada, insurance companies are adjusting their models, and seniors are about to feel the impact in a big way. New data and technologies are allowing insurers to more closely assess risk by age, behavior, and even telematics data. The result? Drivers over 70 could see their premiums increase by 20 to 40%, especially if they're flagged for slow reaction times, medication use, or night driving. In provinces like Ontario and Alberta, this trend has already begun, and it's only gaining momentum. But here's a frustrating part. Many of these increases are based on generalized risk, not your personal driving history. That means even if you've been a careful, responsible driver for decades, your rates could climb simply because of your age bracket. And if your income is fixed or limited, that extra cost could be a major burden. So how do you protect yourself? First, shop around. Many companies still offer senior safe driver discounts. Second, consider taking a certified refresher driving course. Some insurers offer premium reductions just for completing one. And finally, keep records of your driving history and performance. It might help you negotiate a better rate or prove your reliability. We don't take shortcuts when it comes to your safety or your wallet, and we hope that effort earns your support. One quick tap on the subscribe button keeps this channel alive and growing. Have your premiums gone up recently, or are you worried they will? Share your story in the comments. Your voice could help raise awareness. Number 8. At-fault accidents now come with harsher penalties. In the past, a minor fender bender might have meant nothing more than a small repair bill and a slap on the wrist. But in 2026, even a low-impact at-fault accident could trigger major consequences, especially if you're a senior driver. The laws are shifting, and they're not forgiving. Provinces across Canada are revising how they handle senior drivers involved in accidents, no matter how minor. Why? Because insurance and transportation data show that reaction time, judgment, and perception can decline significantly with age, and those split-second delays can lead to dangerous outcomes. In response, authorities are tightening their policies. If you're found at fault, you may face immediate retesting, mandatory defensive driving courses, license restrictions, or even a suspension, regardless of your driving history. What's even more concerning is how fault is being interpreted. A slow reaction to a sudden stop, a delayed left turn, or even hesitating at a green light could be seen as contributory negligence, something that didn't raise eyebrows before, but now could flag you as a high-risk driver. That label sticks, and it can lead to higher insurance premiums, more frequent testing, and reduced freedom. So, what can you do? First, consider enrolling in a defensive driving course now. Don't wait for an incident to force the issue. These programs refresh your skills, teach modern road rules, and can prove to insurers and authorities that you're serious about safe driving. Second, stay updated on changes to road laws in your province. They're evolving fast. We're not just making videos, we're fighting to keep you informed, independent, and protected. If you appreciate that, hit the subscribe button. It's just one click, and it really helps us out. Chatty. Have you or someone you know been penalized after a minor accident? Share your experience. We're listening, and others need to hear it too. Number 9. Prescription medications could put your license at risk. You've followed your doctor's orders. You take your medications on time, every day. But what if we told you that in 2026, those very medications could cost you your driver's license? That's right. Canada is tightening the rules around driving while medicated, and seniors are at the center of the change. Why? Because certain medications, especially those prescribed for pain, anxiety, sleep, or blood pressure, can have side effects that impair alertness, reaction time, and coordination. In the past, these side effects were a gray area, but under the new regulations, any prescription that affects cognitive or motor function could lead to a temporary suspension or mandatory reassessment, even if you've never had a driving incident. According to Health Canada, over 65% of seniors take 5 or more medications daily, many of which interact in subtle but risky ways. Officials argue that even small impairments can have serious consequences behind the wheel, particularly in high-pressure or fast-changing traffic situations. And here's the tricky part. You might not even feel impaired, but under the law, that doesn't matter. If you're pulled over or involved in an incident and it's discovered you're on a flagged medication, you could be held liable. So what should you do? First, make sure your doctor and pharmacist are aware that you still drive regularly. Always ask, is this medication safe for driving? And second, keep a list of all prescriptions in your vehicle in case you're ever asked by law enforcement. This small step could protect your license and your independence. If you value honest, hard-to-find information like this, please subscribe. It's just one click, and it helps us keep this channel alive for people like you. Has a prescription ever made you feel off while driving, or did your doctor warn you? Share your story below. Your insight could save a life. Number 10. A graduated licensing system for seniors is on the table. You might think graduated licensing is only for teenagers learning to drive, but not anymore. In 2026, Canadian lawmakers are considering a modified graduated licensing system specifically for senior drivers. And if approved, it could dramatically change what freedoms older drivers are allowed on the road. Under the system, drivers over a certain age, often starting at 80 or 85, could be placed into a tiered licensing program. Instead of holding a full, unrestricted license, you might be issued a conditional license based on your medical status, vision, reaction times, and cognitive performance. Depending on your results, you could face curfews, travel distance limits, or even mandatory co-pilots for longer trips. These proposals are based on recent trials and research showing that while many seniors are still perfectly safe behind the wheel, others may only be safe under certain conditions. Think of it as the government saying, we'll let you drive, but only this much. It's a controversial move, and critics say it risks unfairly targeting older adults while doing little to improve real road safety. So, how can you prepare? The key is staying proactive. Document your health and driving history, keep up with regular checkups, and consider enrolling in refresher driving courses. These steps don't just help you stay safe, they build a record that could protect your full driving privileges if these rules become law. We're here to give you the facts others won't. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button. It's just one click and it keeps this valuable content coming. What would you feel about being put into a tiered license system? Fair precaution or overreach? Let's have a real conversation in the comments. Canada's 2026 driving laws are not just policy updates. They're a complete shift in how the country views aging behind the wheel. For senior drivers, the road ahead is more complicated than ever, filled with new rules, stricter tests, and technologies that monitor every move. But here's the truth. While these changes may seem harsh, they're also a wake-up call, one that calls for awareness, preparation, and resilience. The good news? You're not powerless. By understanding these changes now, you have the chance to stay ahead of the system, to prepare, to adapt, and to continue driving safely for as long as possible. From booking that eye exam to reviewing your prescriptions to refreshing your driving skills, you're in control of your journey. Think of this not as a punishment, but as an opportunity to show the world that safe, responsible driving doesn't end at 75 or even 85. We made this video because we believe knowledge is power, and we know that for many seniors, driving is more than convenience. It's independence, freedom, and dignity. These new laws may test that, but with the right steps, you can protect what matters most.